What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of Opinionated Diva Presents Plenty of Tiff. I'm your girl, Tiffany, aka Opinionated Diva. If you noticed the mic was quiet last week, just know it was for the absolute best reason. Your girl is back for episode 23, rested and recharged. Now, if you didn't watch my short video where I gave an explanation of why there was no episode last week, look, I took NPTO, non-paid time off, because every day I don't work is another day closer to a homeless encampment. But with that being said, June in NYC has been absolutely litty this year, and I was outside, okay, enjoying all the celebrations, starting with the NBA Finals. The Knicks are the NBA champions, okay? Listen, I had to hit that ticker tape parade down the Canyon of Heroes. Despite the absolute, literal chaos that was out there, I knew I had to go. Skipping a moment like that when you live in this city, it's like living in DC and not attending Obama's inauguration. And you know your girl went to both of those, both times. Okay. History was happening right outside my backyard. After 53 years, I had to be there. I had to. Now, did I survive the crowd? Barely. I managed to not lose my life, and I managed to not lose my voice. But I did have a reality check because, quick note to myself, Tiffany, you were not Gen Z. Climbing up on metal construction scaffolding just to get an obstructed view of the parade is officially not the move for your anxiety, nor is it the move for your fragile bones, okay? You know good and damn well. You only drink milk when you have Oreos or pancakes or anything sweet, but never mind that. I had to check myself, okay? Like, ma'am, get down before you break a hip trying to find Jalen Brunson. I traded my coveted spot for a cute kid who was a foot shorter than me and probably 100 pounds lighter, who climbed up on the scaffolding like it was monkey bars on the playground. He put me in my place and life came at me fast, okay? But shout out to the real MVP, Red Punch, aka the traffic light girl, aka Mama Said Knock You Out. I will not elaborate, but I know you saw her. No eye comment on the former JP Morgan executive who was fired after stealing a New York Knicks trash can that you can now purchase online for a couple $100, or they're giving them away. NYC. Was it worth it to get your hands dirty and leave trash all over the street, ma'am? But you know what? You still got more money than me in your unemployment. So my sympathy level for you, ma'am, is sub-zero. But after the ticker tape parade cleared, we went straight into Juneteenth, right? Happy belated to my community. I love that holiday, but I have to provide some commentary on the history of it all because really, Juneteenth is that one day that we all can relate to. It's the one day we celebrate being the last to damn know, right? Think about it. This email could have been a text moment in human history. 2 whole years late with the memo, but trust and believe, we will not fuck around and find out any longer. We now know, and we are moving accordingly. In fact, I'm putting my official proposal on the record right now. I personally think everything should be free for all Black people on Juneteenth. Money should be just thrown my way. My bank account should automatically reset to $100,000 or more. And we shouldn't have to lift a single solitary finger. Well, now that last part, I made sure to do that anyway. And I just let myself be lazy and let the world cater to me, as I should, right? And like I said, June has been a whole movie and the credits are not rolling yet. The month is not over. Next stop, NYC Pride. Oh, you best believe I will see you at the parade this weekend. Listen, if it's not too late to get your girl on a float, hit me up in my DMs right now, okay? Because I found my long lost rainbow pasty bra and I'm ready to make a re-entrance with it, okay? I'm trying to see who was going toe to toe to match my energy. Actually, no, I'm not. The girls do not come to play at the NYC parade. But seriously, thank you all who waited on me this week. And the wait is always worth it. So volume up. We've got a catch-up episode lined up today. So let's get into it, starting with the Diva Drop. Speaking of Obama, the Obama Presidential Center officially opened its 19.3-acre campus doors situated in Chicago's historic Jackson Park on the South Side. Before we go any further, are we really going to spend the rest of our life calling it the Obama Presidential Center, the OPC? Of course not. One name that has been making rounds on the internet is Obamalisk, which is a play on the word obelisk. Architects in the room need no context, but for the rest of us, I'll break it down. Many compare the 225-foot stone tower to an obelisk, which is a tall, four-sided, tapering stone monument that ends in a pyramid-like shape at the top. I mean, I guess you can call it that, but also boring. The name that I keep seeing, though, in my neck of the internet woods is the Taj Mahal. Now that's what I'm talking about. It is opulent, it is royal, and it is exactly what she deserves. I'm sure our forever president would have no objection either, right? But speaking of the center itself, let's talk about why this space that took over a decade to build is here in the first place. This isn't just a building with old letters and archives. It was designed to be a global hub for youth activation, civic engagement, and community power. It has a public library, a fruit and vegetable garden, and an athletic plaza. It is a living, breathing space. And good luck trying to get in, because if you didn't secure tickets already, you are completely out of luck. There are currently no tickets available, and the best you can do is join the mailing list, which I did, for updates. I guess I'll try my luck in 2027, maybe. But all in all, I love to see it. And we do not play about our Obamas. All right. Now, did you all see the clips of the opening ceremony? Michelle Obama, fashion-wise, honey, she looked stunning. And Sasha and Malia, the girls are grown and did not come to play. They came to slay. They look beautiful, sophisticated, and completely stole the show. The genetics in that family are just disrespectful at this point. President Obama, it goes without saying, he looked dapper as always. But the best moment for me was during Michelle's speech and former First Lady and U.S. Secretary of State, because put some respect on her name, Hillary Clinton, and that cackle that was so loud, it was picked up on the mic. So Michelle was listing out Barack's actual real life achievements. She looked out at the crowd and casually mentioned how he actually won a Nobel Peace Prize. And the cameras instantly panned over to Hillary Clinton because she let out this viral, petty cackle that absolutely sent me, honey. It was the ultimate if you know, you know laugh, because we all know a certain former president and now current president who is still crying himself to sleep because he never got one. The shade was immaculate, it was high class, and it was delivered directly to the target without a single name being mentioned. But I'll say it, Trump. I lived for every single second of it. So shout out to the Obamas, congrats to the South Side, and to the rest of us trying to get inside those doors before I am eligible for a senior citizen access discount. All right, let's shift gears and unpack the rest of the week's mess with shine, shade, or side eye. My first story today is getting a heavy, unfiltered side eye, and I am talking about the one and only Oprah Winfrey, who I love. Y'all know I love me some Oprah. And her fits lately have rivaled those of the forever First Lady Michelle, who Oprah was at the presidential center opening as well. So she's my girl, but I cannot rock with this latest move. Oh, she went on the Cannes Lion Festival and decided to tell this story about how the late, great Whitney Houston had an encounter on drugs. For those unfamiliar, Cannes Lion Cannes is typically known for the film festival, right? But every June they host the Lion Festival, which is the world's most prestigious event for the advertising, marketing, and branded communications industry. It serves as a 5-day hub for celebrating creative excellence. I am sure my invite got lost in the mail. I mean, I still haven't forgiven my post office for losing my vintage dress I ordered years ago, but I digress. Anyway, Oprah was on the stage at the Lumiere Theater and started recounting the time that Whitney came on her show back in the day, 2009 to be exact, and fell off the stage, insinuating, actually saying, that Whitney was high and was on drugs still. And I'm sitting here thinking, like, the 99.99% of you, why did you say that? What was the reason? I don't care if Whitney was dead or alive. Like, I don't care about the context as a person, as a journalist, as a media personality, as a human with more empathy than most. What was the reason? If you want to put that story in a memoir decades from now, I mean, I guess, girl. Actually, this could have stayed in the vault because we all know Nippy was on the stuff and never came off of it. So was it really a big aha moment? No. So to get up on stage and just kind of drag her memory, and I'll take it a step further, to tell our family business like that, Oprah. To me, it was just in bad taste all the way around, in my opinion. And that mic drop heard all around the world, of course, made its way back to Whitney's estate. They immediately released a statement basically telling Oprah to keep Whitney's name out of her mouth, making it clear that dragging a decades-old, unverified gossip for a casual convo at a festival was unacceptable. They called it exactly what it was, unnecessary and disrespectful to her legacy. Even Whitney's former bodyguard, and I am not talking Kevin Costner, chimed in, right? Her real life longtime security stepped into the chat being TMZ, who also still owes me another go round on your show, TMZ Live, that it was dark, it was a drop off at the end of the stage, and that she simply tripped. It is only a matter of time before at least one of the audience members who've been holding on to that story, honey, for dear life is about to capitalize off of it. So thanks, Lady O, I guess. And honestly, this all makes me wonder, what is it with baby boomers and Gen Xers who cannot stop rehashing our old ass drama and gossip? Do we not have anything going on for us in our 40s, 50s, 60s, and beyond that we have to keep digging up old dirt? I, I don't know. I don't know. What is it? Is it because Clive Davis passed? But it's not just Oprah. It's her bestie Gail bringing up her ex-husband cheating almost 40 years ago. It's Dame Dash, honey, who cannot let Aaliyah or Rockefeller Records go. Hell, it's even American Idol runner-up season 2, Clay Aiken, who is now all of a sudden out here talking about an awkward exchange with Kelly Ripa on the Kelly Ripa show 20 years ago. I mean, is it ever going to end? What is the obsession with the ancient past? Now, if you're bringing up someone's racist past, there is no statute of limitation for that. But we got to draw the line in the sand somewhere. Damn, right? And before I move on, Oprah, you literally fell on stage in 2020 during your arena tour while you were literally talking about balance, no less. Now, if someone in attendance or an anonymous source in the background jumped out and insinuated that you were on drugs because you tripped, I mean, how would that look, right? It would be like, why are you even bringing that up? And you know more than anyone how people take your name and drag it for no reason. So yeah, I love you to the depths of my soul, but this is a total side eye for me. Next up, we have Tyra Banks. She has been busy lately, honey, and the internet is here to catch every move. First, the good news. Tyra is officially joining season 22 of Project Runway as a recurring judge. It premieres July 9th, and she's sitting on the panel with Heidi Klum and La Roche. Now, I'm giving this a total shine, of course, right? Say what you want about Tyra, but the woman knows television, she knows modeling, she knows fashion, and having her and La Roche in the same room, the drama, the fashion critiques, it's going to be legendary. I can't wait. I'm all here for it. But with Tyra, the shade is always right around the corner. She is also making headlines right now because of her Smize and Dream ice cream company. Her brand was just caught red-handed using fake AI-generated models in their Instagram advertisements. They've already had to scurry and pull at least 4 of these images down after getting dragged online. I tried to find them, and I must say her team is top tier because I cannot find these things anywhere. Has anybody found them? Did you? Anybody? This gets a major shade from me just on principle. Girl, you are a supermodel. Your whole legacy is built on the modeling industry. But honestly, and hear me out, can we really blame her though? The way these former contestants from America's Next Top Model dragged her on Inside America's Next Top Model, that docuseries on Netflix, I wouldn't want to work with real models either, right? I mean, think about it, especially human ones. So, what do you do when you're human? You complain, and you complain. AI models just exist and eat ice cream, honey, without asking for a therapist. I'm saying. So I understand the vision, Tyra. I understand the vision, team. And speaking of that exact documentary, that is the other news she's involved in. Tyra just filed a civil defamation lawsuit against Netflix. She claims the producers did a total hatchet job on her 3.5-hour interview. She says they cut out all the parts where she actually took accountability for the show's past mistakes. Even worse, she alleges they used highly deceptive, surgical editing to make it look like she turned a blind eye to an alleged sexual assault involving Shandy back in Cycle 2. She said they asked her if she remembered the story and edited it to show her just staring blankly into the screen when in actuality, she said the full unedited footage shows her instantly nodding and saying, I do remember her story. So Tai is not playing around. She is suing for loss of business income and future opportunities. I'm going to give this a side eye because some of what she's accusing production of is what the girls are accusing her of in America's Next Top Model. So I don't know. Time will tell, right? Between fighting Netflix in court, dodging the AI ice cream police, and getting ready to judge Project Runway, her signature smize is going to be under severe pressure this summer. But I'm pretty sure it ain't nothing Tyra can't handle, right? What do you think? Now, let's wrap up the lineup with an unexpected shine to the World Cup that's going on right now. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I've never been an avid soccer or football girly. It just never has been my thing, but I have to admit, I have been thoroughly impressed. Not only are the games intense, but these players, honey, yes, DR Congo is still my favorite, and their super fan who stands statuesque and motionless for the entire 90 minutes of every game. If you haven't seen it, you must go check it out. But honey, all of the teams are giving us a myriad of reasons to stay glued to the screen, and I'm not even going to get into all of that eye candy today. But I did tune in to watch Haiti play, and let me tell you, it was beautiful to watch. Just seeing those players look so genuinely happy and proud to be on the global stage, it really was just the camaraderie of it all between all the teams, winners and losers. And that's what the game is all about. So I really enjoyed looking at it. And speaking of teams that are completely taking over my feed, I've officially actually started following the Norwegian player because he is insane and hilarious. Yes, I'm talking about Erling Haaland. First of all, he is a goal scoring machine on the field, but on social media, he is pure comedy. He is out here doing these videos where he's joking with people and fans and having them believe he's just a social media guy and that the social media guy is the actual player. So, major shine to the World Cup. You just might have made a soccer fan out of me before this is all over, okay? So what other games or players have caught your eye since you started tuning in? Finally, we made it to the end of the show. Read the room. And this week, the room needs to be read by none other than Sean Carter himself, my Jay-Z. We need to talk. And I absolutely hate doing this because I just gave you shine for your incredible Roots performance. So I'm sitting here scratching my head because I cannot for the life of me understand why he or anyone else right now is supporting, collaborating, or partnering with Target. King Beyonce, respectfully, this has nothing to do with you, and it is so unrelated to you. So in my mind, I've created the scenario where he brought this idea to you and you said literally, you made your bed, now lie in it. That is the kind of wife I'm believing you are right now, and don't tell me any different, I beg of you. And it's not just Jake. I'm looking at you too. Major sad face to Karl-Anthony Towns, my NBA champion himself, and Jordyn Woods. What are y'all doing? Now, I already know what the corporate apologists are going to say. People are going to try to pull a page out of the old playbook and say, oh, they're partnering with Target to change things from the inside, just like the NFL. I'm going to stop you right there. This is not the NFL. What sparked the Target boycott and what sparked the NFL boycott and how those two situations transpire into what they are now are literal apples and oranges. You cannot compare the two. And listen, if you're a person who is still actively boycotting the NFL, I am not mad at you. Hold the line. But if these celebrities think they can use the exact same corporate savior logic to justify rolling right into Target's headquarters while the community is actively withholding their dollars. No, I don't like how, once again, hip hop culture and Black celebrity star power are being used to basically bait us into pouring millions, if not billions of dollars back into Target while they are laughing at us in the C-suite because no one in the C-suite looks like us. Okay? Are we supposed to just forget why the community stepped back from Target in the first place? Are we supposed to believe a corporate entity suddenly cares about us just because they put out a shiny new celebrity ad campaign? Will this partnership actually do anything for the real community and diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives? I reasonably doubt it, pun fully intended. Let's look at the actual facts here, because this is why keeping our boundaries with corporate spaces is so critical. We have to realize the power of the Black consumer dollar. When we boycott, it hurts their bottom line. But instead of major corporations actually doing the deep systemic work to address community grievances or protecting the diverse brands they promise to support, what do? They panic, they open up the checkbook, and they hire the biggest hip hop icon they can find to act as a cultural shield. It is a classic marketing distraction. They want our culture to sanitize their image, but they don't want to protect us when the backlash hits. And if you are a collector or a music fan, do not let them play you with FOMO. Let me confirm for you, they are available elsewhere. You can get the exact same music online, independent record stores. The only exclusive thing Target has is the specific white color variant of the vinyl. So you can get the 30th anniversary 2LP vinyl, the cassette box sets, the CDs, the rest of the anniversary collection. All of that is available directly on Roc Nation's official store and are being distributed to independent record shops. So let's ask ourselves, is a piece of white plastic really worth crossing the line of community accountability? Is a celebrity cosign enough to make us completely forget our principles? Jay, Kat, Jordyn, y'all really needed to read the room on this one. And no, I'm not in your tax bracket, but I can 1000% promise you we are in the same racial sandbox, and it ain't green. Okay? That, my beautiful people, is a wrap. Thank you to every single one of you for hanging out, tuning in, and letting me get some things off my chest today. But you already know the vibe. I never want this to be a one-way conversation. I need to know exactly where you stand on today's lineup. Are you signing up for the mailing list to get a chance to see the Taj Michelle in person? Did Oprah's Whitney Houston spilled tea give you a total side eye? Are you actually tempted to grab a scoop of Tyra's AI-marketed ice cream? And most importantly, are you holding the line on Target? Or is that white vinyl tempting you? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's talk about it. If you love the energy today, do your girl a favor. Hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that Plenty of Tip is on the air. And remember, the commentary definitely does not stop just because this mic turns off. You can catch me keeping the exact same energy all week long on Instagram at Opinionated Diva and on TikTok at The Opinionated Diva. I appreciate the love more than you know. Take care, and until next time, peace.